Anfield, Africa.
What is up, my people? Welcome to my YouTube channel, Anfield Africa. I go by the name of guest Saleh. You can also call me the Rat. Kindly do subscribe to this YouTube channel if today is your first time here, and turn your post notification bell button on in order to get notified anytime I drop a new video. Alright, so Liverpool versus Manchester City has just ended in a 1-1 draw at the Etihad, and then Manchester City 23 home games win consecutively in the Premier League. The last time they had a draw or lost, they had a draw or lost. Let me say they didn't. The last time they didn't win at home in the Premier League was a side from Merseyside too. That's Everton, which was the 1-1 draw last season. So they were going on the longest streak wins at home, in the Premier League, but definitely Liverpool stopped them by drawing 1-1 goals courtesy by Erling Haaland and the best right back in the world. You can't argue about that. Any given day. You can argue about that, but it is what it is. The best and the best right back in the world, Trent Alexander-Arnold. All right, so I'm here to present to you my player ratings based on the game, right? So to begin with, let's congratulate Joel Matip for making his 200 appearances for the club. All right, so kudos to Joel Matip. Today he put up a massive performance on his milestone day. Right, so let's start in post. In post, we have Alisson Becker. I'm giving Alisson Becker 6 because today Alisson Becker was a shadow of himself, losing balls. The first goal was as a result of his miskicking of the ball, which landed into Ake and slide it through two players, laid it for Erling Haaland to score a goal. So I'm giving him 6. Today was just a shadow of himself. All right, so let's move to the defensive line. So with the defensive line, let me start from the right back. Trent Alexander-Arnold is getting 8 for me based on his goal and his performance today. Doku performed 15 dribbles in the match and 11 was successful. It was true Alexander-Arnold, but today he defended Doku very, very well. Mostly if you watch the dribble Doku was dribbling, it was all backwards. And unproductive, right? Today, although he has gotten that record in the match for most dribbles in a match, which is 11 successful dribbles, but it wasn't profitable. His dribble wasn't profitable, which all thanks to the defensive backline, especially Trent Alexander-Arnold, who pocket him and also went for it to score a goal. All right, so let's move to the right center back. The right center back, Joel Matip was on top of his game today. Based on my predicted lineup, I predicted Joel Matip over Konate because of Joel Matip's his experience and quality on the ball when it comes to these big matches, right? So he has the experience with this kind of matches. So that's why I selected him, and obviously I guess that's why Jurgen Klopp kept him in the starting lineup. All right, so let's move to the left center back. Of course, our captain, our skipper, Virgil van Dijk. All right, so Virgil van Dijk, I'm giving. Oh, Joel Matip. I didn't rate Joel Matip, right? Joel Matip. So Joel Matip, I'm giving Joel Matip a 7 for his best performance. He did well. So Joel Matip is getting a 7 for me, right? So let's go to Virgil van Dijk. Virgil van Dijk is a 7.5 for me. He did well today. Well composed. He composed himself in critical situations. So Virgil van Dijk is getting a 7.5 from me. Kostas Tsimikas. Today, Kostas Tsimikas didn't put his foot at the wrong place. While defending, he pocketed Foden, right? Foden and Alvarez were out of the game based on Costas Tsimikas' performance. High performance from Costas Tsimikas, right? So Costas Tsimikas today, he did well. He didn't put his foot at the wrong place. Everywhere he was on the right place, or he was spot on, right? So let's move to the midfield three. The midfield three, we have Curtis Jones, McAllister, and Dominic Szoboszlai. Let me rate, after playing, I didn't rate Costas Tsimikas. Costas Tsimikas is getting a 7 from me. Let's move to the midfield three. Curtis Jones, McAllister, and Dominic Szoboszlai. Right, so Jones, I'm giving Jones 5.5. Cynical performance. Nothing to write home about. Jones to show up his game. I don't know whether it's based on the injury he had recently, or, he's been a shadow of himself in this match currently. Poor performance. To me, I guess let's move on. I don't want to say, crap things about our players, but he didn't put up a great performance. That is very, very, very bad against a team like, Manchester City. That made us play, our play was very, very shambolic in the first half. If you could see, Curtis Jones was just out of the game. He just straight up, off. He was off. Right, so McAllister did well. So Jones is 5.5, and McAllister, I'm giving McAllister 6.7. He wasn't at his far best today, but he did well. Right, so Dominic Szoboszlai 6.8. He wasn't at his best today, but he did well. He made some impressive passes, and all that energy around the midfield. Right, so let's move to the forward. Our forward, we have Mohamed Salah, Darwin Núñez, and Diego Jota. Let me begin with Jota and end on Salah. Right, so Jota was a shadow of himself today. Right, I don't know whether he had the injury. It was very, very bad. Him coming off through that injury, he was limping when he got down. There have not been any update on his injury. Him and Alisson Becker too was kind of holding his thigh somehow. I don't know if it's an injury or sometimes it's due to stress and all the pressure City were giving us. But Jota went out because he was injured. I pray it's not it's not any serious thing, but Jota was a shadow of himself today. I'm giving him 5. He wasn't at his best. There were chances he could have used the chance, operate, scare the defenders and get something out of it, a goal, but he wasn't Jota, we know, right? So I wish him a speedy recovery and hope he gets to the team next week. Next week we have Europa coming up this week, so I guess he'll be up and doing that day. Let's go to Darwin Núñez. Sometimes I always say this guy makes easy ball looks difficult and difficult balls look easy, right? So sometimes you get a ball where he's sending the ball is far away from the post, but this guy wanna struggle and play through that place, which is not acceptable when you're playing like with a big team like Manchester City. You won't be giving that chances. So any half space you get, utilize this shooting. You should be direct with these players. City, to say not to discredit them, their defensive lines are one of the weakest in the league. If you watch their games, you just need to bypass their interceptor, bypass the midfield. If you bypass City midfield, you are done. Bypassing the Rodri and the Jones and Stones, that's Stones Akanji role. Bypassing those two pivotal midfielders, you are done. You are done with them. Their defense is just 1-2 part. You just get a goal out of them. That's how it's done. So, next time be direct. Darwin Núñez, I'm giving you 6. 6. And Mohamed Salah, Mohamed Salah gave an assist. So Mohamed Salah gave me 7.3. 7.3. Nothing much to talk about Salah. Salah is always been Salah, the Egyptian king, performing here and there. Big game player. So my man of the match is of course Trent Alexander-Arnold. He put up a very, very, very good performance and gave us the equalizer, right? The equalizing goal. So of course, Trent Alexander-Arnold is our man of the match, right? So kudos to the team. Going to the during my analysis, I said, the scoreline will be 2-2, which is a draw. And of course, Liverpool, we saw there was a draw, but the scoreline didn't, click. But going to that game, I know our best will be a draw. Winning at Etihad is very, very, very difficult for us. So the last time we won at Etihad is 2018, which was the Champions League, right? So I guess this. So our next meeting is versus Lax at home, Europa League, on the 30th of November, which is a 8 p.m. kick-off GMT, right? So till we meet again, adios. Thank you. Stay safe everywhere. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share. Thank you.